Andrew Kolvet's wife, Caitlin, reportedly, allegedly filing for divorce, citing inappropriate relations at work. A TPUSA insider is claiming that Caitlin Kolvet, wife of longtime TPUSA spokesman Andrew Kolvet, has allegedly filed for divorce after 13 years of marriage. According to this April 2026 article, she is citing inappropriate relationships with colleagues at work, specifically pointing fingers at an alleged affair involving Andrew Kolvet and ERIKA KIRK, plus claims that ERIKA bullied her afterward. The sleuths online, the investigative journalists, have dug up some pretty damning information about Andrew Kolvet at TPUSA, and it runs directly in line, in parallel with the things that Candace Owens said last week about how she received a tip from someone very influential at TPUSA, none other than Mikey McCoy, that Andrew Kolvet should have the magnifying glass thrust upon him because he is in some very sketchy waters, according to TPUSA official Mikey McCoy. Anyways, some of the stuff that's been uncovered is that Andrew Kolvet was working for the Adelson network in 2017, allegedly. In September 2017, Andrew Kolvet was allegedly the official spokesperson and media contact for the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference at the Kairos Company. A public Kairos press release from September 27th, 2017 names him directly, while Kolvet handled their PR for that year. So, okay, blah, 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 blah. These are some of the other hires they made. This is exactly how major donors like the Adelson stay one step removed. They don't write direct checks to the individuals or politicians they want to influence. Instead, they route millions through aligned profits, personnel crossovers, strategic alliances, and the spokespeople who represent them. So here's what it was. NHCLC hired Dr. Carlos Ortiz, former CUFI National Hispanic Coordinator, as a Spanish director and president of Hispanics Allied for Israel. NHCLC partnered directly with Gift of Life Bone Marrow Foundation for a major Hispanic marrow donor drive. NHCLC maintained its formal alliance with Christians United for Israel, active since 2009. The documents flow that Gift of Life, NHCLC's 2017 partner, received $1.4 million from the Adelson Family Foundation. In 2018, they also received $2.48 million. CUFI received millions from the Adelsons throughout Kolvet's entire Kairos tenure, including $1.82 million in 2014. And there's screenshots of all of this, okay? But there's also a lot more. There's a lot more than just that. As you can see here, Friends of Zion Inc. We have screenshots of their tax returns and their nonprofit entity informations. In April 2017, Kolvet, as vice president of communications at the Kairos Company, was named official media contact for the Jerusalem prayer team, Friends of Zion Heritage Center. Same tax year, IRS Form 990s confirm Sheldon Adelson is the president and director, Miriam Adelson is the director. As the organization's official spokesperson and media contact, Kolvet would have directly coordinated on a regular basis with its top leadership, including Sheldon and Miriam Adelson. Okay, so it just gets sketchier and sketchier the more you read into it, and it was without a doubt explosive when we learned this.
You see, Angie, what I told ERIKA KIRK was that part of the reason why I suspected Turning Point USA and why I thought she should be looking into other people is because someone at Turning Point USA got a message out to me. And that message was that I need to look further into Andrew Kolvet.
Huh?
Wow. Turning Point USA people telling me to look further into Andrew Kolvet. Was it Aubrey, as he tries to insinuate? No. It was Mikey McCoy.
Now that is what you call a plot twist. That is what you call a plot twist. Without a doubt, Mikey McCoy ratting out Andrew Kolvet. We are about to see, I think, heads rolling, figuratively, of course, not in any literal sense. I don't want that to be clipped and misinterpreted. But we're about to see people getting fired left and right, I think, at TPUSA. And wow, Candace Owens, again, Mikey McCoy outing Andrew Kolvet.
Mikey McCoy got a message out to me via a third-party person that I should look more into Andrew Kolvet. Why would he do that, Andrew? Why would Mikey McCoy say that I should look more into? When I did look into, things got very shady. And that's when I started going, who the hell is Andrew Kolvet, actually? He's obviously not a very good PR agent. Everybody can see that. He's a bit of a blubbering idiot.
Now, if you want to get a little bit more into the weeds of that very question, who is Andrew Kolvet, take a listen to this. Here's just a small portion of who Andrew Kolvet actually is.
Civil court didn't soften his style. Representing Pershing County against Burning Man, Kolvet negotiated a $240,000 a year settlement over fees and land use authority. A federal judge blasted the deal as insult.
Jimmy's referring to Andrew Kolvet's dad right now, who was caught up in a lot of criminal activity surrounding, I think he was a prosecutor, and there was a lot of corruption going on while he was serving.
Insulting to the intelligence, only to be reversed by the Ninth Circuit, which rebuked the lower court's reasoning. Another appellate case rescue. Today, Kolvet practices as an equity partner, Thorndale Armstrong. With a father that well connected, Andrew Kolvet's ties to the legal world and the ruling class don't just run deep. They are part of who he is. Deepening the state connections, Andrew Kolvet's brother, Curtis Kolvet, is a lieutenant colonel in the 757th Combat Sustainment Battalion with the Nevada National Guard. Andrew Kolvet's first cousin, Robert Kolvet, is also a lieutenant colonel in the Nevada National Guard. However, Robert's LinkedIn reveals that he has been working in military intelligence as a business manager for Netcom that is headquartered at Fort Huachuca.
Remember in the text messages when Andrew Kolvet claimed that Candace was talking about some random fort in Arizona and he had no idea what she was talking about? Turns out his brother, according to the LinkedIn page, is working military intelligence at Fort Huachuca. Cannot make this stuff up.
Uh-oh. Okay, so the sex slave killers, by the way, there's some of the link.
I saw this video of Kurt today. Bro, what is he wearing? Let me see if I can find this. We'll keep playing.
Rosemary West, the other guy. What I think those are snuff film makers.
Okay.
That's what I think they are.
What is Netcom? In simple terms, if the Army needs to communicate, share data, run apps, or fight.
Bro, you guys got to see this. Kurt Metzger has the ultimate drip. You guys got to see this.
I saw that.
Rogan showed it to me a while ago, and
I love Kurt. Oh, why doesn't he wear that stuff on Jimmy's show?
Through cyberspace anywhere in the world, Netcom owns the network side. Netcom is subordinate to the U.S. Army Cyber Command and works closely with it. Wow. But when it's his entire family, we're going to have a problem. Anyway.
So look, Jimmy goes over a lot more stuff about Andrew Kolvet in particular in this clip. I encourage you to watch it. In fact, there is a full breakdown on Twitter. Someone did a very thorough analysis of the family of Andrew Kolvet, his father, his brother, all the military intelligence ties, all of the weird Adelson ties, and it's really thorough. It's very well done. Jimmy goes through all of it in the video. We're not going to go through all of it. I think you kind of get the idea that things are not adding up here. In fact, actually, no, things are adding up here. They're adding up all too well. This is like the pieces are fitting together in a very scary way. And then we got this. Now, this has got a big caveat, a big alleged, a big, sources say. Even Project Constitution, when they published this, said this remains unconfirmed at this time. There are currently no public court records showing up in Santa Barbara County for this story. But as I told you at the start of the stream, so many of these stories surrounding ERIKA KIRK, TPUSA, Andrew Kolvet, Mikey McCoy, when I initially heard them reported, I was like, there is not a 1% chance. There could not be a 1% chance that this story is real. ERIKA KIRK selling EMP warfare, defense devices with the CIA, former CIA director, former congressional intelligence chairman and committeeman on all this stuff. It's like they're the ERIKA KIRK. I've never dated anyone before, and then there's the videos of her saying I'm dating people, and I'm on a dating show now. That's not even a crazy one, right? But it's like there's so much stuff that has taken place where I'm like 0% chance that's what happened. But then it ends up we see the same exact thing time and time again. Crazy ass story comes out. Questions are raised about these crazy stories to ERIKA, to Mikey, to Andrew Kolvet, to the TPUSA senior staff. All questions are ignored, or they try to obfuscate in the most transparent way possible where everyone can see what they're doing, and it's just a load of bullshit they're trying to feed us. By the way, the Fort Huachuca thing, all that stuff, it's like that ended up being so weird. It's like they tried to claim that, I wasn't at some fort. And then Andrew Kolvet's brother is working at Fort Huachuca military intelligence. ERIKA KIRK said, no, I wasn't anywhere on September 8th. And no one was asking you where you were on September 8th. They said they saw you the morning of September 7th or something there, right? They just had all these weird things where they would deny or ignore, but deny in a way that it doesn't actually add up to any sort of proof that they were not where people are alleging they were, or not meeting with people that they've been alleged to have met with, So here we go. With that caveat in mind, there is a new bombshell report with a big alleged, but we'll see. Andrew Kolvet's wife, Caitlin, allegedly filing for divorce, citing inappropriate relations at work. A TPUSA insider is claiming that Caitlin Kolvet, wife of longtime TPUSA spokesman Andrew Kolvet, has allegedly filed for divorce after 13 years of marriage. According to this April 2026 article, she is citing inappropriate relationships with colleagues at work, specifically pointing fingers at an alleged affair involving Andrew Kolvet and ERIKA KIRK, plus claims that ERIKA bullied her afterward. Important caveat, again, this remains unconfirmed at this time. There are currently no public court records showing up in Santa Barbara County. That said, Andrew Kolvet has scrubbed a lot of his and his wife's personal data from the internet, and if a divorce case was filed, it's very likely it would be sealed, so the public won't see it anyway. At Andrew Kolvet, can you please comment publicly, is this story true or false? To anyone close to the Kolvet family, if you know anything about the current state of the marriage, please reach out. You can DM privately or email me here. We're simply seeking transparency and the truth, nothing more. Wow. Now that would be something. And look, Andrew Kolvet, if everything is good in his marriage, and this is all a bunch of bullshit, he doesn't have to come out and give this airtime and be like, no, I swear it's fine. Literally all he has to do is have his wife post a happy picture of them hanging out today or something. That's all they have to do. Hey, we're at the park. We're celebrating grandma's birthday. Yeah, take a selfie or something. That's all you have to do. We're waiting. We are waiting. We'll see. I sure am invested in this one. All the things I just told you, well, we know that most of that is true. The only thing that we don't know for certain how factual it is that last story. And I laid that out pretty clearly. But everything else, you're to take that in tandem with what I just told you, boy, oh boy. That is quite the story. That is quite the picture that we are now having painted before all of us. It's not looking good. Before you leave, I want to say thank you for the support, because after 2 years of being banned, we are finally back home on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and also join as a member on our channel using the link at the top of the description. I rely on the generous support of viewers like yourself to get the truth out to as many people as possible. You can also support the show on Locals or Give Sin Go. The mainstream media and the powers that be are never going to stop attacking us for bringing the truth to as many people as we do. Thank you so much for your support.